music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats. Ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag...
This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the New England Patriots and the Green Bay Packers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now Jones. They'll roll him out right. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing, Jones. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at about the 32. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Jones. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Go, go, go. Mike 3, let's go.
Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. The Packers at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. This defense for the Patriots, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And deep to return it is Marcus Jones. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Remember last time out, they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their 2nd possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Got a man, it's Tyquan Thornton. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. Back to throw. Jones. Packer pressure, and down he goes. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Looking left sideline, incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He sets to fire deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. I give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Pats are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. We're scoreless after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Tyquan Thornton with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Patriots post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
After the sack on 1st down, Rodgers into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Now Jones throwing to start the drive. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Harris running straight ahead. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down. Off the play fake, Jones steps away to his left. Wide open receiver, complete. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Harris going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? your two-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have one or two for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
Jones now throwing on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they work this out past the 25. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 40. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the 1st as well.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Throwing now is Rodgers. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be fourth down. The kick by Lambeau is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be. Meanwhile, Jones' throw here taken in by Parker. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Looking to throw. Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Off-play action. Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. Taken in at the 3. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they're down on the scoreboard. Sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the two-point conversion for good measure. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
From the 27, Jones forced out to his left. And his throw is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Jones. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle, because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but it looked like a Packer. Yeah, a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one. Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Jones. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
On third down, here's Harris. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. Jones throwing on fourth down. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Now a first down carry for Harris. On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Second down at 5. Looking to throw. Jones. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Jones rolling to his right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play.
Yeah.
But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the 3rd quarter.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
From the 22, Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down.
A 1st down catch for Allen Lazard, who's turned out to be a personal favorite of quarterback Aaron Rodgers. He's carved out a nice role in this Packers receiver rotation.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. On the move past the 40. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. 2nd down, another shot for Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 154 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now a handoff up the middle. Cottrell, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. An inside give to Jones. And able to work his way down to the 16. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
The Packers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll go again to Jones. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But sometimes, Brandon, it's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Robert Tunyon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a give, running left is Harris. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Looking to throw. Jones. Completes it to Aguilar. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. He's got his man, Thornton. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. With Sean Gary that time through the line and getting the tackle for loss. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. To throw is Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Jones. He's got Harris running the slant. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Now Jones. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Jones. And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Here's Jones. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Jones to throw. He finds Aguilar over the middle. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Well, they certainly didn't get what they wanted on that play. That means it's a big-time decision on what you call on 4th down.
Absolutely, because a field goal here doesn't do them much good. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's caught. And they've won the football game. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And I'll tell you what, it has not been with a whole lot of frequency over the last couple of decades or so that teams have come into New England and escaped with a victory. But that's what happened here.
It almost doesn't feel real, does it?
We've seen it so few times.
That actually happened, right? We saw it. They came out of there with a win. And on the other side, in that locker room, you know what they're saying? We didn't really lose. Time just ran out on us. That's the attitude they have because they don't see it happen very often, not even sure how to handle it.
And you see some stunned faces heading for the exits here in New England. So for the Patriots, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Got your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give up. And I flex. While you there looking depressed, feel to get up in your chest while I soak up my success. Getting tokens for your stress. I'll be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a stage. Acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, what you handsome. You and dance on. Tell your boyfriend, go and put your pants on. Down. The best friend. She went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting I'm gonzo. Headed where the homie live, cause it's on, yo. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo. So my girl got mad and she my bro. Monica, you're wrong, though. That's against a bro code. Headed to his home, though. No, he living solo. Vertebrae. Got this broken to his place. It's chin in his face, yeah. Then I say it's evidence you entertain my loyalty to infiltrate. The only woman that I claim to risk your life to get some strange. All my anger is a pain. You didn't know that I'm a saint. I will blow your up. Then I again. Calm. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you go.
Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Yeah, pull up with a baddie in a fancy car. How to party like a rock star and play guitar like a superstar. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby. Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to raise a bar, how to go large, how to take it too far. Let me show you how to show up and show out and surf the crowd. Trust me, you ain't never seen nothing like this. You ain't never been to a show like this. I'ma give you something to remember forever. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby. Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright.
What you waiting for? Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Tell the chauffeur to open Mercedes door. Put the pedal to metal and made it soar. She was, but I made it sure it was. So we stayed indoors. Let's take it where no one has been before. It feel like I've known you some years before, but I don't know. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a Magnum Opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Screen. I took a big swing out of life. I'm doing big things in my life. I deserve 6 rings like I'm Mike. I've got a no sleep. I remember when it was the nosebleeds. Now they captured the fashion from flow seats. I'm a whole king. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a Magnum Opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Ooh, it's trouble in paradise. So let's parachute where the air's nice. And let's risk it all on the paradise. But she just wanna make sure her hair's nice. That's fair, right? I just fell in love with a prima donna. The 2023 Madonna. I mean, your honor, I was minding my business until she gave me complete nirvana. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a Magnum Opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Nobody really cares. Nobody really cares. Nobody really cares. Nobody really cares.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. On
Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, stay close, I'm that shining the light. I can make an earthquake nervous, I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night, and still my breath is a storm. I bet I can make the thunder clap when I perform. It's just that in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. Hey, I can make time travel a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. I make the moon blue, I make him pigs fly, and I move mountains. I would've beaten the heart of a crash test dummy. I'm more so astounded. Yeah. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I do the impossible, impossible.